So, acolytes, today, something that's near or was near and dear on my heart. Right now, it's just a very interesting study on how much you can abuse players and they still will freaking suck you off just to play your game. It's just so interesting how much killer players have to endure how much bollocks, and for some reason, for some absolute mental reason, they know they are plankton. They know behavior doesn't give a fuck about them. They know that behavior just hates killer players for some effing reason. And yet still, those players still play the game. And it's so fascinating how much you can abuse an entire player base. And they still just beg for more. And this, with this update that behavior did, with this freaking update, that proves it like a freaking charm, in my opinion. It's just so obvious that I just don't know what to say. The thing is, if you want the short and corner of it, it's basically Dead by Daylight is a asymmetrical game. You play the killer, you play 4 survivors. The 4 survivors have to make a generator. They actually go out, the killer players need to kill the survivors. Normally the power roll should be the killer. But survivors have so many extras, so many tools, so many just things they can do. They can play around, they can... That the power rolls are just switched. There is no way that one roll is even near and dear or near the power of the other, at least on high end. If you're a beginner, yes, the killer is actually scary. But after this phase ends, not even the strongest killer, if you're equally skilled, can take more than a 2k or 2k out of the match. If you're equally skilled and everybody plays at their best, if it's even a 2k, probably even a 1k. So yeah. And yet, right now you have a bug that if it hit survivors, it would be fixed or kill switched in a moment. Kill switch means it just turned off. It would be just turned off. But on killer, they can suffer. That's irrelevant. And how I know that? Because I have still a friend that plays it. I like watching him playing. Because, well, we talk in the meantime. And he just... Actually, he is a survivor player. And he just, well, likes to say the following. I like to play with the plankton before I actually eat it. So, yeah. Now you know. Let's just see what... JC Glitchmaster. I never remember the puppet's name, but he is one of the freaking best in this entire explaining thing, at least I think. A good player and such. And my perspective is by the way from a casual thing, so...
Streetwise does not meet the criteria for a kill switch. The team is aware. It's being monitored, but it's not breaking the game.
Are you sure about that?
Yep, that's me, making a video that became obsolete literally 1 hour later. Hi guys, they finally decided to kill switch Streetwise.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
1 hour after my video on how broken the perk was, so I'm really glad I wasted my time doing that. Maybe I'll put the beginning of it at the end of this video, so at least that part isn't wasted. All it took was basically the entire community collectively coming together to say how moronic it was to not kill switch something that was halving gen speeds. But hey, we got there in the end, guys.
It's about damn time.
Now, with Streetwise being kill switched, it begs the question, are behavior actually going to learn from this situation for the future?
For fuck's sake, so it got finally kill switched. Freaking finally. It took, I think, it was 2 weeks. No, they didn't.
No.
Now, if the past has taught us anything, probably not. But we have to have a serious rethink behavior of how you handle these types of issues. I'll be the one to say it. There is enough content in Dead by Daylight for you to go buck wild on the kill switches. You can McCree high noon 90% of the game, and there's still more content than any of your competitors combined. It does not matter if one perk was bugged, like Streetwise. Why doesn't it matter? Because there are 300 perks behavior. It's not like half the content of your game is going to get deleted if you kill switch a single perk. This also goes to the killers, like with the Nemesis play with your food bug, which allowed him to just keep all of the stack. If a killer has a bug on them that is really bad, like infinite play with your food, kill switching that killer, while it does suck for main to those killers, isn't a terrible idea because there are 39 other killers that you can choose from. 38 if you don't already own Goldilocks.
I must be going now.
And the thing is, the Nemesis bug was that he got, I think, an infinite speed boost and was pretty overpowered, but Nemesis is also an extremely low kill killer. So
I think that anybody with a functioning brain could pretty easily say what should constitute a kill switch and what shouldn't constitute a kill switch. Another example going on at the time of this recording is Blood Rush. It's breaking exhaustion and making it recharge while you sprint. That should also get kill switched because again, it's fundamentally broken. Now, is it as bad as infinite toolboxes and medkits like with Streetwise? No, it's not. But it's pretty hard to make something as bad as infinite toolboxes and medkits. But somehow, you manage to justify it being in the game because, and I quote, there are much worse bugs in the game right now that no one is asking me about that affect things a lot worse.
this is one of the things where I just... How the fuck... I mean, I'm gonna be honest, this is one of the best comments that a community manager, or who was it, Jason Awakeness, that one of the DBD staff could have made. Why? Because DBD players, especially killer players that actually get effed over on a constant, are just stupid. Sorry, you're dumb. Every single killer player right now playing this game that just gets abused on a regular basis, you're fucked in the head. Sorry to say it. I was on your side. And I just don't understand why the fuck would you play something so broken, that's so stacked against you, where behavior, the company itself, literally, their actions tell you, I don't care about you, get effed on a constant, and yet, this is the best, on point comment you could have done. Because this is the thinking of a company that punishes one side to the extreme and they just know that that side won't do anything. They will stay, they will get abused, they will get shafted on a regular basis, and they will stay. They will just stay and take it. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, behavior. I can't believe I have to actually say this. Behavior, listen to me. When it comes to bugs, it isn't a fucking competition. We aren't in a world where we can only address the most game-breaking bugs. You literally developed a system for the game to temporarily fix game-breaking exploits in the form of kill switches. It's the entire purpose that it's in the game. So if there is a game-critical bug, you can prevent it from affecting lobbies. The idea that you decided not to kill switch a perk that granted infinite item charges because there are other worse bugs in the game is hands down the most tone-deaf thing that you could have said, which...
Yeah, and the thing is, after this logic, why aren't those then kill switched? Because none of the perks were of the survival perks were kill switch at that point, or other bugs. So yeah, where was the kill switch for that? It's just the thing is, behavior is so sure that the killer players just won't leave, and they are correct. As I said, they are correct.
To so nonchalantly. If everyone is telling you, hey guys, this bug is literally game breaking and destroys the playability of matches, your response being, well, there are worse bugs, is showcasing how fucked the state of the game is. Do you understand that? The Streetwise bug alone is so bad that it would constitute an immediate hotfix from any other live service game. They sure as hell wouldn't try to justify it by admitting to more game breaking bugs in the game. I simply don't understand why this is the hill you're choosing to die on, behavior. Mintskull made a great comparison.
As I said, they know exactly nothing will happen. The player base won't give a shit. The killer player base won't give a shit. The survivor base will love it because they can actually play with their plankton way easier. So yeah, what the fuck? Of course.
To Pirate Software, which for those of you who don't know, he's a creator who's had numerous controversies over the past couple of months because of his ego. More importantly, refusing to admit when he's in the wrong. He would double and triple down on the dumbest things instead of just holding his hands up and admitting that he's fucked up. And
the difference between Pirate Software and Behavior is Behavior has still like brainlets that go in and still play the game. So yeah, Behavior actually has a case of, yeah, we don't have to give a fuck because there are no consequences for our actions. So yeah, you can cry about it all you want, as long as you still play the game. You're also fault at it.
And it's literally what Behavior just did. They pulled a Pirate Software. Instead of saying, you know what guys, Streetwise is fucked, so before it destroys lobbies, we've kill switched it for the health of the game. Your response, it's not that bad guys. Not too many people are using it. That's not a response, Behavior. That's the stupidest thing you could have possibly said. I get it. You're probably in full panic mode because this patch is a fucking disaster, okay? Just own up to your fuck-ups. Pretending like things aren't that bad is not how you deal with these situations. Again, guys, you're Dead by Daylight. You've been adding 9 years of content to this game. One chapter has more content than Texas Chainsaw Massacre added in a year. It's okay to kill switch a single perk that is literally breaking your game. I was using Streetwise for the...
See, and he is still mad about it. Even though it's fixed, he's still mad about
past week doing a funny loot box build, avoiding the bug actively. As someone who was actively using this perk as it was intended, I would not have cared if you kill switched it out the blue. Whoever you have over there making the decisions on this that threw the poor community manager under the bus, get them sorted out. Take them to the side and explain to them keeping game-breaking exploits in your game that let you do the objectives in less than half the time. Probably not the hill that you want to die on.
Why? Why, as I said, my argument against it is, why? People will still play it, they will buy it, they will continue doing their stuff, even if they have to suffer. It's irrelevant. The poor community manager, by the way, yes, because this poor fucker just gets played to actually get harassed, and the decision carrier is, well, getting scot-free out of it, but on the other hand, the guy that makes the decisions of just letting the entire player base suffer is a genius, because he can actually just freaking how's it called, torture you all by giving you a very, very bad game, and you will just take it. You just take it. So, good job. Good job continuing supporting that shit. It's not just the fault of Behavior, it's also the fault of the players. I just have to say it, gamers are at fault at this to a very high degree. There are other games that just die in months, and they didn't have as game-breaking bugs as DBD. And yet, here we are. The same thing, again and again and again. And the community just keeps on taking it. It's on you guys at this point. After 9 years of this abuse, it's on you.
And in the future, maybe think, I don't know, for 5 seconds before you tell your community manager to relay the dumbest information you possibly could. Play your game. Is that too much to ask? Because clearly you don't. Nobody who plays this game for any length of time could justify Streetwise being the state it was. And it shouldn't take literally the entire community and every content creator you have telling you that it's broken for you to...
No. The only way how you can communicate this to the people, to those human beings there, is simple. You have to bully the game designers. You have to bully the CEOs. And you are like, Lich, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you would be correct, because normally I wouldn't advertise for that. But, and I'm gonna share this video down in the description there will be a video where there was, just look at it, from the guy that actually made it. He's top if you're anyhow interested in the history of the entire DBD thing. How is it called? Because I already... Ardechta? How one match got flashlights nerfed? Because flashlights are... You shine a flashlight in the killer's eyes for, I think it was a second or 2 seconds. It sounds short, but you still need a certain amount of timing for it. So if you don't have that down, then it won't have... But you need a lot of timing for that one. And this was so bad that after it went from the 1 second or 2 seconds to 0 point something, and it was so it was such a miserable experience. By the way, I was in there. I had those flashlights shining in my freaking eyes as a killer on a constant, and nothing was done about it. Exactly nothing, until the community or the guys that actually invited the game dev bullied the game dev with this mechanic. Then suddenly it went away after a month. Yes, even though it was so obvious, it still took a month before they fixed it. That's sick. Yeah, sorry. That's freaking sick. And that's why we actually need to bully them again. Of course, officially I cannot say it, but it worked. It worked. We got rid of one of the most bullshit mechanics that were at that point in DBD.
Fixing it. Sorry that this one wasn't really edited and was basically just me ranting. I already fully edited the previous video like I said, so I didn't have time to edit yet another. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
What?
It was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, by the way, for those who don't know, this is actually... what was the normal speed? I think 1.5 minutes normally, or that's how long you normally need for a generator for it to actually be fully repaired, if I recall correctly. Okay, this speeds things a bit up because there is a second guy. And yeah, and the thing is... Look, normally if you get the toolbox...
Streetwise does not meet the criteria for a kill switch.
Stop the cap.
Yeah. That's why I just don't understand. I just do not understand for the unlife of me why people are getting bullied to this degree. Why? For fuck's sake, just lay the game down. Just write it down as a loss and play something that actually treats you good. For fuck's sake, honestly. There is Baldur's Gate out there. And yet, for some fucking reason, people still continue playing this shit. I mean, hey, it is what it is. If you like getting shafted with this, then I think it's probably a sadomaso thing where you just like to suffer, because otherwise I just cannot imagine why people are still continuing putting up with this shit and just getting it. I just don't get it. I personally do not see the fun in it, getting actually shafted on a regular basis while still paying for the game. Because yeah, by the way, DBD has a pay for the game system plus an in-game shop plus one of those season passes. So yeah, it's expensive. It's very expensive. You have to pay for all of those for all of that shit. I think some of the season passes right now are for free, But those are also ones that are freaking old as fuck. Maybe the sea... It's just still so disgusting. But as it is, acolytes, good night.